Hey guys, I'm back like a bad penny. I wanted to tissue. Sorry, need it. Oh, thank you, Paul and Barb, for the cold. I showed you this book briefly. It's the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette 25th Anniversary Scrapbook by Jim Cornette, with help from Tim Ash. This is all of them. Okay. Stan, Bobby, Dennis, and Joe. Now, if you want to hear absolutely hilarious shoot interviews, Jim Cornette. His description of having a tag team match with Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart dressed as a chicken was the most freaking hilarious thing. Just the way he described it. This book, of course, is autographed. I told you that story in my autographs video. Midnight Express started out as Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey. And later became Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane. Better illustrated here. This book, and what he actually wrote is, "To Angelina, all the best. Jim Cornette, Midnight Express, 2011. Because that's when the book came out. And all this stuff is from jimcornette.com. Look at Bobby. Excuse me. Love Bobby. I ran what became Bobby's official Facebook group. And there's Stan. I love how he did that, and that's himself. He took a page for each of them for pictures throughout their careers. See, there's Bobby's, Dennis's. Not that anybody cares. No, some people probably do. Stan and Jim. I say that because I never really liked Dennis Condrey as a wrestler, but these are little bios. Here's Bobby. Bobby always said he liked the heels when he was growing up. He ended up becoming a great baby face. Stan Lane. Wow, Stan and Bobby were a few years apart. I did not realize that. Yeah, Bobby was 5 years younger than Stan. And I know he's younger than Dennis, but he didn't put Dennis's birth date, birth year, but he graduated in 69. So if you figure he was approximately 17 in 69, it's easy enough to figure out. So 59, he would have been 7, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, about 52. Unless you were 18, then about 51. So between 51 and 52. And he was born. Jim was born in 61. So Jim is 62 years old. No, 61. 60. Wait a minute. He would have been 60 in 2021. So yeah, he's 61. Ernie Ladd's poster picture looks like a freaking mugshot. I don't know what he was thinking. Love the big cat, but that picture just doesn't do it. And I will be getting that clothing haul for you today. I love the way he did this. Down here at the bottom, he wrote a glossary. If somebody is over, it means that they won, that they defeated. If it's a DQ, it's a disqualification. DDQ is a double disqualification. COR is a count out of the ring. DCOR is a double count out. NC is no contest, match thrown out. REVDEC, reverse decision, loser originally won, but referee changed the call when illegal tactic was discovered. SO is a sellout, and REC is a record gate. So that's just sort of explaining what he wrote. And you can see this was a death threat from 1987. He actually printed a copy of it. Yeah, I'll hold it up to you. And here's a typewritten letter that he received. I love that he did this. So freaking cool. It's from Jim Hurd. Oh, wow. Yep. Here's a newspaper article. A wrestling fan was knocked out at ringside. Police said Williams sustained a 3-inch gash on the top of his head after James Mark Cornette, 29, hit him with a tennis racket. I'm sorry. That's funny. It's not funny the dude got hurt. It's just funny when you think about Jim Cornette. You know, it's funny. Oh, and there's Jim's actual summons. Hello, he was probably defending himself, but I can't read it. I don't need my magnifying glass, but trust me, it didn't go anywhere. Oh no, that was from Louisiana for something else. Probably fighting off another fan. I can't read it, but yeah. And he has the gates for every match. Who won and lost every match? Jimmy, don't, lost. Who? My life has been blessed by you. Your friend. Cowboy Bill Watts. Wow. Did he sign the program or did he sign the book? Holy smokes, I never realized that. I never realized I had that in here. I wonder if he realized it. Because I don't think it's, I'm trying to see it in the light. No, it's over the program. It's not, that's weird. Maybe it's just a real good picture of the program that's signed, but it looks like the same ink. If you look here and how the ink stands out, it looks the same. That's weird. I wonder if that is real. Or very least a copy of real. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a note that Jim Cornette wrote about how to do interviews, notes he wrote on how to conduct, like, you know, a promo. It's so interesting. Okay, story behind this. When he fell off the freaking scaffold with the Road Warriors, he actually destroyed his knee. I mean, there's just... crazy. That's hilarious. Look at that. Midnight Express Afghan sucking his thumb. Leave it to Jimmy. Leave it to Jimmy. Oh, right here. Bobby Eaton and Arn Anderson were the best of friends. I don't know if I'm getting it. Over here. Ah. Right there. Right there. Sheesh. And Jim Cornette covered in cake, of course. Which is funny, as usual. Jim liked being funny. It's hard to read what these are. I can't even tell. Truthfully, because it's written over the top of pictures of fans. Pictures of crowd. So, yeah. This is in Japan. That's weird. That's Steve. Oh, that's Steve Karn. Okay. That's Stan and Steve in Japan. There's a lot of dates and what the houses drew, stories in here. And this one's written in French. So they got articles all over the world. I used to have a nice little scrapbook of the Midnight Express. I was so in love with Bobby. Can you tell? There's the Midnight Express with the Rock and Roll Express. There. Because they actually were friends. In fact, the Rock and Roll Express saved their skin one night. And those are their titles. Huh. And here's some more letters. Oh, okay. They were being sued. And it can never be reinstated again against you. This matter is over forever. And that was later. So this one from January to October of 91. So they went back and forth, but they finally did get it closed. It was probably another assault case. Oh, here it is. A spectator at a professional wrestling exhibition was struck by one of the wrestlers and sued wrestlers and their manager, promoter, and security firm. Motions of prosecutor and security firm summary judgment were granted in the circuit court. The plaintiff appealed. Supreme Court of Appeals held that there were issues of fact precluding summary judgment as to whether it was wrestlers and manager provoking the crowd, or whether there was sufficient security personnel at the arena. Reversed and remanded. Excerpt from 6 pages of notes on the VJEXY lawsuit in West Virginia law textbook. Oh, wow. I mean, it's insane. What row? This section is called Disorder in the Court because he's talking about, and I'm sorry I went quiet, I was reading that. He's talking about one of the ribs that the guys used to play is they would get each other arrested on some offense. And this particular guy gets arrested in the Charlotte Coliseum for statutory rape. And he's screaming, I thought she was 18. He's sweating it out in the back seat of the car until all the boys appearing in the car at him, laughing like hyenas, as Jim said, and then he realized it was what they call a rib. A practical joke is a rib. Okay. I usually pace back and forth and move, but my head a lot, so I would make a moving target. But just as I whacked Dusty with the racket, the guy started running down the ringside aisle, literally broad jumped the rail and the cops, and drove a straight right punch at a dead run into the back of my head. If I'd seen it coming, it would have knocked me out. But as it was, I saw stars, and before I could react, the cops grabbed him, and he in turn grabbed me in a bear hug to hold on so they couldn't pull him off. I grabbed the guy by the hair with my left hand, started trying to whack him in the head with the butt of the racket, but he wouldn't let go. And now at least 5 or 6 cops were in a tug of war with us. Oh, jeez. Dusty saw what was happening, came through the ropes, dove off the apron in a 300-pound crossbody, making it look like he was trying to get back at me while actually trying to save my ass. We all fell like bowling pins, and I scrambled to my feet. The cops had the guy covered up. I tried to throw a kick at him because, well, F him. He got a hell of a shot in on me, but in the chaos, I nailed one of the cops in the leg. Ouch. Dude went to jail. they pretended to arrest him for assault on an officer after that, and it turned out to be a rib because it was signed Big Daddy Jim Crockett. The whole locker room fell over laughing. They were going to arrest him for assault, only this time the incident actually happened. But what happened was, on the way out of the building, this kid had run up and tried to kick me in the shin. I was carrying my bag in my right hand, so I put my left hand out, caught him in the shoulder, and said, "Piss off, you little SH." Whereupon the cops ran him off. He went home and told his father a big story, and his father had filed the warrant. They literally had to go to trial, even after the cops said, "We saw what happened." So, and there's the letter from the lawyers. Cost Jim Crockett a pretty penny. This is Jim Crockett's actual deposition in his lawsuit. And he was losing the company. Okay, and he's explaining some of the moves that they did, and these are funny quotes from Cornette. Okay. If it was raining soup, Rick Steiner would be out in the yard with a fork. Jimmy Garvin's wife, Precious, they put her picture in prison to cure sex offenders. Nikita Koloff is so ugly he couldn't get a date with a tombstone. The Rock and Roll Express would rather give birth to a 27-pound flaming porcupine than fight us. This town's hotel is so small, they stole my towels. I wouldn't believe Paul E. Dangerously if his tongue was notarized. Jimmy Crockett is so cheap, he gave me a dollar bill and Washington's eyes were bloodshot. Oh my goodness. Since Mark Lawrence, Dallas announcer, has been on the air, people have decided to quit breathing it. Wrestling 2. Mr. Wrestling 2 is so old, the doctor told him to start walking 2 miles a day. That was 6 weeks ago, and now we don't know where the hell he is. Sweet Stan's doing charity work. He started a halfway house for girls who won't go all the way. Oh, I mean, it just keeps going. Baby doll is so fat she shops in the Junior Moose department. The people of Beckley are so stupid it makes Mayberry look like a think tank. State Farm told Fritz Von Erich to find a new neighbor. I mean, they're funny. If you bolt the Steiner's brains at a drinking straw, it would look like 2 kernels of corn rolling into a storm drain. Ouch! Eventually, even a blind squirrel will find a nut. When Gordon Soley went to school, they didn't have history. Ouch! One of his favorites, that story would bring a tear to a glass eye. Sunshine has been on more street corners than the Dallas Times Herald. Ouch! JYD, when you go home tonight, give my regards to the warden. Ouch! Dr. Death stayed up all night studying for urine test. Mind readers charge him half price. Ouch! Big Bubba Rogers is the only man in the world that can strap a bucket of fried chicken on his back and ride a motor scooter across Ethiopia. This punk couldn't draw money if you dipped him in glue and dragged him through Fort Knox. Rick Steiner is so dumb it takes him an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. I remember that one. And an all-time classic from 1998. Hulk Hogan is a household word, but so is garbage. And it stinks when it gets old, too. Oh my God. That is ever-loving hilarious. But I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to go post that other video. And I'm still waiting on the clothes. It should be here soon. Then we'll have a little fun. Not that this wasn't fun. You have to admit that. Like I said, check out all of Jim's shoot interviews. Highly, highly recommend. Because they're freaking hilarious. This story about the chicken suit alone, excuse me, I need the thing, was just, you will be crying laughing at some of his stories. The way he tells them. It's awesome. I highly recommend. I'll put some links in the description from YouTube of some of his stuff. Because there are parts of his shoot interview on YouTube. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel. He's just so funny. And very sweet. As I mentioned in the autograph video, I talked to him on the telephone. He was so kind. And I appreciate it, I really do. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to call me back. Thank you for talking with me, for being so kind, for all your great memories, many of which are our own. And just a little piece of Angie trivia for you. When I was in junior high school, I used to listen to the song Bobby's Girl. And I used to think of Bobby Eaton. I don't know if you remember the old 50s song, Bobby's Girl. There's a video for it on YouTube. I'll link it in this video. Sometimes I don't remember to link things and it's terrible, but I have to have a better system for that. And that sauce, by the way, is smelling outrageous. I did just have lunch about an hour ago. So, not ready to eat it yet, but it is smelling great. I turned it down to low. And we will get back to it later, I promise. So, I'm looking forward to seeing you again, which will not be until the close count. But that will be so much fun. I'm going to go ahead and post this video. And the one that just finished editing, which is the East Windsor one. I hope you enjoy that one as well. I will see you next time. God bless you. Please click that like button, click that subscribe button. It's completely free. and click the bell for notifications. And you'll know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.